Am I the a-hole for not paying my ex alimony and child support when I don't have to? When I met my ex, she already had 3 children from a previous relationship, but she said she would be okay with having one more child, but after she's more settled in her career. After our relationship became more serious, my ex decided to go back to uni to upskill herself, but she wasn't eligible for student loans as she had gone to uni before but failed her 3rd year. At that time I had good savings, so offered to pay because I really believed she was the one and thought she would be good for us in the long run, as she would be able to get a higher paying job that she enjoys. Before we got married, again we discussed kids and were still on the same page. After she and the kids moved in, honestly it was difficult. Taking care of 4 people is significantly more expensive and we struggled. At one point I had maxed out on my credit cards and had to take loans. But after my ex graduated from uni and had lined up a graduate job, I was so relieved. Now we will have 2 full-time income to live on. But shortly after starting her job, my ex informed me that she has changed her mind and no longer wanted kids. To say I was completely shocked and blindsided is an understatement, especially considered I had checked in periodically to ensure we were still on the same page, but she suddenly just changed her mind. Out of nowhere. As much as I loved her, having kids of my own has always been a dream of mine, and I knew I had grown to resent her further if we didn't separate. After I began divorce proceedings, my wife again changed her mind and begged me to reconsider, but honestly damage was already done and didn't want to have a baby with someone who's only doing it to keep me. Also, I didn't trust her not to change her mind again. I got a good lawyer and thankfully the judge determined I didn't have to pay her any alimony. I had no parental responsibility for the kids, and I had already invested tens of thousands in her education in expectation that it will benefit me in the future as well. It was a relatively short marriage, and she wasn't a stay-at-home parent nor a housewife. All our chores were split as she was really busy with uni. She in no way sacrificed her career to help mine. In fact, I sacrificed my finances to help her career. But the judge did grant her half of my savings, but there wasn't much left anyways, although all my savings were in my name and were from before I met her, and my savings has only dwindled after I met her. The house is actually in my parents' name. Turns out my ex still expected me to pay her alimony but didn't want to. My saving has been wiped, my credit score shit, and I have debt for mostly her and her kids' expenses, and I don't want to ruin my finances further. Apparently she didn't pass her probation at work and has been let go. She's struggling to find another job and begged me to help her. I politely declined and she called me a selfish prick. Am I the a-hole for not being grateful when wife buys gifts for me that are actually for her? A few years back my wife got me a hammock for my birthday, despite me having never expressing the slightest interest in a hammock and despite her wanting one. Whatever, I think okay, weird, but she just totally misread what I might like. A year later she buys me a lawnmower for my birthday, something I would never in a million years want for my birthday but was simply a household item we needed. I was annoyed. I likened it to me buying her a dishwasher for her birthday. This year we have a new car. She's very much wanted seat covers for it. I've very clearly articulated that I don't think we need them, they're a waste of money, don't want them, etc. My birthday comes around, and my birthday gift is seat covers for the car. Am I the a-hole? I feel annoyed, frustrated, disrespected, but if I try to voice that I know I will get guilt-tripped into thinking otherwise. I honestly don't know what's true anymore. Many of you have asked examples of what I've bought her over the years. One year I bought her a kayak trip. She loves experiences as much or more than things, along with large printed art pieces from the night we got engaged. Another year I bought her a custom-made hoodie. She's always cold with her favorite animal on it. Another year I bought her a necklace with interchangeable moon pendants. She's obsessed with the moon, with each pendant being the phase of the moon on our first date, on the date we got engaged, and on our wedding date. Another year I got her a framed image from our wedding. She said she wanted more pictures of us and cooked her cake. That year she never came home that night because she was out getting drunk with friends, which I admit really hurt. This year I got her one of those Star Galaxy projectors that display stars and the northern lights across the ceiling and walls because she's always talked about wanting to see the northern lights, and likes to lay in bed to relax in the evenings before going to sleep.